Evolution of management theory. Management as a science and art, contains theories created by experts. Management and organizations are products created from history, social situations and places of events. Based on this, the evolution of management theory is understood in relation to the way humans engage in relationship problems at a certain time in history. Scientific management stream. Scientific management theory itself was developed thanks to there is a need for increased productivity. In this case, productivity can be increased by increasing efficiency worker. Several variables in scientific management can be identified as follows. A. Increased company productivity. B. Utilization of labor and as requirements. C. Improved employee welfare. D. A good environment for increasing work productivity. Figures who contributed to scientific management includes the following. A. Robert Owen, 1771-1858. Robert Owen was the manager of several cotton gin factories in New Lanark, Scotland since the 1800s. In his theory, Owen emphasizes the role of human resources as the key to the success of a company. Owen then implemented a policy of limiting the working age of anyone working in his factory to over 10 years, and rejecting workers under 10 years. B. Charles Babbage, 1792-1871. Charles Babbage advocated that each job could be divided into various skills, so that workers could be trained with certain specific skills. Work tasks that are carried out repeatedly can improve skills, so that productivity and efficiency can be achieved by the company. C. Frederick Wilson Taylor, 1856-1915. According to Taylor, management has the following 4 principles. 1. Development of real scientific management. This principle is the best method to implement each tasks can be specified. Develop a knowledge for everyone elements of a person's work that will replace the method of rules old thumb. 2. Scientific selection of workers. In this case, each worker is responsible for their duties deemed most suitable for him. These workers need to be selected scientifically and then trained and developed potential in his skills. 3. Education and scientific development. Management needs to work closely with workers earnestly in order to ensure that every work is carried out in accordance with existing scientific principles previously developed. 4. Friendly personal cooperation between management and personnel work. Work and responsibilities need to be divided equally between leaders and subordinates. Management needs to take charge of things a job judged more appropriate for him than for his subordinates. D. Henry L. Gantt, 1886-1919. On several projects, Henry L. Gantt collaborated with Taylor. However, when independent as a consultant industrial engineer, Gantt began considering incentive systems Taylor. The starting point of Gantt's theory is increasing productivity as well as work effectiveness and efficiency with stimulus in the form of wages, salaries or incentives. The essence of the theory is 1. There is mutually beneficial cooperation between managers and its employees. 2. Scientific selection methods are applied to select and place the right employee. 3. Bonus system and instructions on work rules. E. Frank B. Gilberth, 1968-1924, and Lillian M. Gilberth, 1878-1972. 1. Lillian and Frank collaborated to study fatigue and movement and focused on ways to improve the well-being of individual workers. 2. In concept, movement and fatigue are interrelated. Every movement and fatigue are interrelated. Every movement that is eliminated will reduce flexibility. 3. They try to find economical movement for each task with the goal of improving performance and reducing fatigue. F. Harrington Emerson, 1853-1931. According to Emerson, waste is a disease hinder management. Therefore, Emerson formulated several following principles. 1. Formulation of clear goals. 2. Logical implementation. 3. Provision of skilled staff. 4. Creation of work discipline. 5. Providing fair compensation for services. 6. Fast, precise, reliable and continuous reporting. 7. Instruction and planning of work sequences. 8. There are standards, methods, schedules and times for each activity. Point 9. There are standard conditions. 10. There is standard operation. 11. There are standard practical instructions in writing. 12. There are efficiency rewards and incentive plans. Scientific management has been recognized as capable of contributing well to work efficiency and increasing productivity. Meanwhile, various scientific management efficiency techniques as shown by time and motion studies have been proven to increase work efficiency, as well as the scientific selection and development system of workers is able to increase work effectiveness and efficiency. For example, technology-based productivity is likely to reduce many employees. Classical Management School A. Henry Fayol, 1841-1925. Fayol said that various activities were carried out by management in an industrial company can be grouped into in the following task. 1. Technical, namely activities to produce products that include planning and organizing activities. 2. Commercial, namely the activity of purchasing various materials needed and sell the products produced from these materials. 3. Financial, namely the activity of seeking and using capital. 4. Security, namely activities to maintain work security and safety as well as company assets. 5. Accounting, namely activities that include recording and calculating costs and profits obtained, as well as report presentation. Finance. 6. Managerial tasks, namely the implementation of various management functions. B. Max Weber, 1864-1920, proposing bureaucratic management that emphasizes strictly defined hierarchies to clearly regulate rules and authority. C. Mary Parker Follett, 1868-1933. Management is the art of doing work from, through other people, the art of getting work done through other people. D. Chester I. Barnard, 1886-1961. A company can operate efficiently and survive only if the organization's goals are balanced with the goals and needs of the individuals who work for the company. Human Relations School. Further developments in management began again in 1930 and popular since the 1950s, namely in the form of management pay attention to his employees. This view arises from various weaknesses of classic task-oriented management and causing stress as well as slowing and decreasing productivity due to the monotony of work. A lot of Mayo employees will work harder if they believe that management cares about their well-being and that supervisors pay special attention to them. B. Abraham Maslow theory hierarchy needs. Modern management flow. This flow is based on the assumption that humans have various needs and experiencing rapid changes, so there is no approach that can be used in these conditions. However, this approach still recognizes the ideas of classical management theory and human resources. Basically, modern management built based on two main concepts, namely behavioral theory organization and quantitative management. A. Behavioral theory. The views in this theory are characterized by two groups of behavior, namely behavior per individual and behavior between social groups. This view was later developed by 1. Douglas McGregor through his X and Y theory. Point 2. Abraham Maslow through his hierarchy of needs theory. Point 3. Frederick Herzberg through his two-factor theory. Point 4. Robert Blake and Jane Mouton with managerial conditions explain leadership styles. 5. Chris Argyris who sees organizations as a social system or a system of cultural interrelationships. Point 6. Edgar Schein who researched group dynamics in organizations. Point 7. Renzies Likert who researched four management systems. Point 8. Fred Fiedler with the contingency approach to study leadership. The main ideas expressed by theorists. The above behavior is summarized in the following points. 1. The organization as a whole and the manager's approach to carry out supervision that must be adapted to existing conditions. 2. A motivational approach is needed to build commitment employees towards organizational goals. 3. Systematic management with a consistent approach is required based on various relevant considerations. 4. Engineering management can be assessed as an engineering process regarding the role of procedures and principles that are implemented consistently strict. The results of behavioral research also suggest the following. 1. Managers need to be trained in such a way that they are able to understand various management principles and concepts. 2. Organizations need to build a climate that provides opportunities for employees to satisfy their needs. 3. People are the key to determining success or success failure of an organization to achieve its goals. 4. Commitment can be developed by involving employees to participate. 5. It is necessary to implement positive supervision and management comprehensive towards employees, one of which is to test the employee's reaction to the job. 6. The work for each employee needs to be arranged in order allows it to create job satisfaction. B. Quantitative theory, management science. In a problem-solving process, the main problem is necessary identified with scientific and operational research, as well as scientific engineering such as program planning, capital budgeting, human resource development, and so on. This approach is called the management science approach management, namely an approach with the following procedures. 1. Problem formulation. 2. Preparation of mathematical models. 3. Model completion. 4. Analyze the model and the results of the model. 5. Monitoring of results. 6. Implementation of activities by using a quantitative approach. Solving problems and management decision-making must be based on rational approach for managers. Management systems approach. In this system, the input environment is the most important aspect because it is the place of origin of the resources concerned and is the feedback from customers, which has a certain impact on the organization's output. Contingency approach. In fact, there is no theory that can be applied in all situations because each organization has different characteristics. In order to be able to adapt managerial responses to the problems and opportunities that exist in various conditions, it is necessary to apply a contingency approach. Rapid changes in the environment will make it difficult for managers to make the right decisions. Dynamic engagement. The world has changed dramatically over the decades, and organizations are trying out new methods of management that are likely to be better able to respond to today's environmental and consumer demands. Dynamic reflects change, growth and continuity, while engagement reflects intensive involvement with other people. Based on this, dynamic engagement describes managers' passionate efforts to focus on human relationships and adapt to changing conditions quickly. Managers must understand what is important to them and to other managers. Dynamic engagement. The world has changed dramatically over the decades, and organizations are trying out new methods of management that are likely to be better able to respond to today's environmental and consumer demands. Dynamic reflects change, growth and continuity, while engagement reflects intensive involvement with other people. Based on this, dynamic engagement describes managers' passionate efforts to focus on human relationships and adapt to changing conditions quickly. Managers must understand what is important to them and to other managers.